Okay, so we're going to start today's practice with 2 blocks. This is what you'll need. 2 blocks, a ring, the blanket, and a roller. So the props that we'll use eventually. We're starting off with a block by our side, and actually the ring as well, and then the roller underneath your neck. So we'll give the neck a little massage first. So coming onto your back with the curve of your neck over your roller, and we can begin massaging it all out. All right. And then, so just give yourself the side-to-side massage, turning the head side to side, and then also up and down. So you're getting both directions of massage. Find any knots. Start to relax the shoulders. Start to feel that release in the shoulders. And again, side to side, maybe finding a knot or two and just pressing into it. And then as we come into our practice, we start to bring our attention to ourselves, to being here on the mat, to allowing our mind not to multitask into our day, to just be present with our practice for right now. And bring the attention to your breathing, so inhaling in through the nose and exhaling out through the nose. Start to deepen the breath. So we start to allow a deeper breath in, a deeper breath out. And this will inspire ourselves to bring in more of what we need, the oxygen, sending it to all parts. And then a deeper breath out allows a deeper release of what the body does not need any longer. So again, we want to keep that cycle of breath in our awareness throughout practice. You can feel the eyes rest in the sockets as you close the eyes and take this look inside. And we're in our new year, 2015. So some of us have made resolutions. Some of us have continued to work with our practice in intentions and dedications. So just allowing your practice to arrive in your mind. We're already here. You've already created this time and space. So allow yourself presence. And you can bring in that resolution in your heart or that dedication, that prayer that you want to make for this particular practice here in the Heart Center. Even if you're dealing with something that's a challenge or a struggle, if there's an obstacle kind of being placed in your life right now that you would rather not be there, you can really take your practice with this awareness into that place. And that's not saying it's always great to have obstacles, but the challenges help our growth. Just like in practice, right? There's challenging things we come across in our yoga practice, and with our awareness and perseverance and patience, we deal with it. Whether it's a challenging pose or maybe it's highlighting some area that we feel weak in our body. It's really meant for growth. So we can start to look at those obstacles that we would wish to no longer be there in our life in the same way. What can we learn from this situation, from this challenge that's presenting itself? Can we get to the thoughts behind the thoughts that provide some clarity? And again, really welcome it in or this idea as that it could be helpful. It could be something to grow from. It can show you your own strength. So maybe an intention or a dedication around that idea, which can be a little bit more difficult to look at. And then from here, we'll start to move into our practice with these dedications, these deeper breaths. So move your roller to the side, and we'll bring the block between the inner thighs. Hands come behind the head, and we'll start a breathing pattern. Feet are on the floor. We'll start our breathing pattern in and out, again steady, but the out breath can be out through the mouth. Inhale, Take the breath in. Exhale, head and shoulders up. Belly presses down. Inhale, and then exhale as you come down. You can blow out through the mouth here. Inhale, and then exhale as you come up. Let's pause here and check our alignment. So shoulders down away from the ears, throat is back, neck is long. Inhale, and exhale, feel the rolling down, that glide through the spine. Inhaling, and then exhaling as you come up. Pause here and feel the abdominals really engage. The navel to spine and also mula bandha, pelvic floor muscles lift, contract. Inhale, and then exhale as you come down. And we'll continue with this breathing movement pattern. Inhaling, exhaling as you come up. Pause here. Feel that furnace. Inhaling, and then exhaling as you come down. Again, inhaling and exhaling as you move it up. And then again, inhaling, exhaling as you come down. Inhale, exhale as you come up. And as you come up, lengthen through the neck and then add a pulse here and start to really create the heat in the belly, the abdominal work. Beautiful. Beautiful. Remember the breath. You're breathing out through the mouth. So you can purse the lips and blow through that straw. I'm always saying that, but that's most helpful to really get those toxins out. So a little bit more of a powerful breath here coming out through the mouth. And you can hear this breath. I can hear your breath. Good. Good. Breathe. So we're again getting going here for growth. Stability, steadiness, strength. Good. Good. And then inhale, lift, hold this. And then exhale, roll it down and release. The legs come up into the air. Flex your feet. Spread your toes wide. Inhale. And exhale, lift your head and shoulders back up. So your neck stance is used again, but you can put the head down to modify anytime. Reach the arms long. Roll the shoulders back. Keep the arms plugged in. And again, add your pulse. So reaching through the fingers. Reaching through the fingers. Right? But keeping the collarbones wide and the heart lifting. So we're really feeling this buoyancy, this lift in the heart as the shoulders stay down into the back ribs. And again, with the feet flexed and the toes spread out nice and wide, we have energy in the legs. You can feel your quads contract and stabilize the knees. You're holding your blocks, so you have that adduction, that inner thigh strength happening. Good. And that breath. Breathe. 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 Good. Reach. Keep those arms plugged in. So this is the same feeling we're going to want in, say, downward facing dog in the shoulders. Heart open. Couple more here. Awesome. Hands behind the head. Inhale and exhale. Roll the head down and bring the feet down and move your block. Move your block. Bring the knees up towards the chest. Lift your heart and head off the floor again, shoulders down. And here we're just touching the shins. Inhale, arms and legs out. Squeeze the inner thighs together, arms by the ears, and exhale brings it in. Inhale, reaching arms and legs out, and exhale brings it in. Inhale, reaches out. Exhale, back in. Awesome, you guys. Inhale, reach it out. Neck is long, throat is back. Bring it in. Inhale, reaches out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale, reach. Exhale in. Inhale and exhale. Inhale out. Exhale and roll the head down. See if you can roll yourself up and come to your feet. Uttanasana, forward fold. Feet are hip width apart. Inhale, halfway lift your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, bring your feet together, Utkatasana. Inner thighs still happening here, a lot of adduction, and then inhale, lift up from here, opening the sitting bones, shoulders down. Pulse as we fire up the quads. Draw the belly in, and same way, shoulder blades are down away from the ears. So warming up the legs here. Inhale, rise up. Palms come together, open your heart, stretch the abdominals, and palms come to the heart center. Check in with that dedication, that New Year's resolution. Keep practicing with it in your heart. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Utkatasana. Inhale, rise up. Sit even deeper. Sit so deep you can start to come into a squat all the way down to the floor into Navasana. Aha. There it is. It's pretty fun. Open up Ardha Navasana and then come back Navasana. Open up Ardha and then come back to Navasana. So we're looking for that stability, that balance in the base, the sitting bones, that lift of the heart again, that buoyancy in the heart. Opening up. Coming back. And one more. Good. Bring the feet down. Give your shins a hug and lift out of your low back. So you can feel all the muscle fibers of the back body lift you out of the low back, running up along the spine. That draws the belly and it allows the feet to come in a little closer when the back is active. And then again, we're going to take a little bit of rolling action back and forth. Try to keep the heels tucked in. Try to keep the heels tucked in. And then we can start to work into a balance, a pause, right? You can kind of pause at the top of that roll and then move it back. So you're actually stopping the movement, right? Which we can rely on a lot of times in this exercise. Try to almost stop the movement so that you come more into your core support. Good. Rolling like a ball. Rolling like a ball. Take one more roll to your feet, and you can push up into chair pose. Feet together, shoulders down, draw the belly in. Palms come to the heart, inhale. And then exhale, twist to your right side, so the left arm to the outer right thigh creates a little hook here to scrub the hands. Right elbow bends up to the sky. Take your twist. Even though organs are detoxing and being squeezed here, we can still find our breath. Inhale, center. Twist to your left, right arm to the outer left thigh. And knees are even, hips are even. Squat even deeper because you're strong. Beautiful. Beautiful. Finding breath with a twist. Left elbow pointing up. Nice and energized. Come back to center, inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Rise to stand, arms above the head, right fingers around left wrist, and bend to your right, opening the left side seam. Back to center. Left fingers around the right wrist, open the right side seam. Back to center, palms together, lift your heart, standing back bend, stretching abdominals, palms together at the heart center. Feel the four corners rooted in each foot without gripping your toes. Lift your quadriceps up so that your kneecaps lift up, so you spark up the quads here standing. Draw the belly in. Inhaling the arms above the head. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. And exhale, bend your knees, Utkatasana. Inhale, lift your arms and settle deep. We're going to take that transition again into Navasana. So you can take a little bit of a bounce here. Again, nice strong quads as we strengthen. And then start to take your squat so deep you can feel you come all the way down to the floor, sitting bones, and lift the leg. So if you want to transition and open up the sitting bones a little bit here, right, find your base, Navasana. Lift your heart, shoulder blades down. So roll the heads of the arms back. So shoulder blades come down with those rhomboids working down towards the back ribs. And then Ardha Navasana, we can expand and open, lift back up. Good, open up, and then lift. And open, and lift, and open. Beautiful. Lift, and open, and lift, and open, lift, open, lift. Take one more. And bring the feet down, give your shins a hug. Lift from the low back. So allow that whole back body to light up. All the muscles running up along the spine. Rolling the shoulders back same way. Like that back body action allows you to bring the feet in a little bit more. This would be like the back body, the heels of the feet in a little bit more in that particular pose as well. And then to your back. So roll it down. Find your ring. Take your ring between the inner thighs. And then squeezing the ring in to hip width apart. Hands come behind the head, inhale. And exhale, lift your head and shoulders up. Now holding your neck stance here, start to pulse into the ring. Start to pulse into the ring. So we're creating that inner thigh, inner quad strength. Shoulder blades down away from the ears. Belly nice and flat. Re-engage the pelvic floor muscles, right? And then again, if the neck ever feels like it's getting too tensed up or the head is pulling the neck back a little bit, you can just put the head down to modify. Anytime. You can do this work with the head down. Squeeze. 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 Heart is lifting. Lift it up a little bit more. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rolls the head down. And then release tension, but keep the ring. I'm going to keep working on the ring here. And then squeeze again, the ring in. This time, arms down to the side for bridge, and fingers can point up. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, lift your hips off the floor. Again, we got that nice front body stretch happening in this. But lift your hips with your core and start squeezing the ring. So we can feel bridge. Some of you might want to take bridge bind and bring the shoulder blades together, interlacing fingers underneath. So take your pulse. Walk your heels back enough to really find the four corners, pressing down into the floor through the feet. So engaged, engaged. Glutes engaged. Belly in. And then open up the shoulders. If you took a bind, release it. Lift the hips, inhale, and exhale all the way down through the spine. Good. Release the tension in the ring. One more set with bridge, and we'll lift and lower the pelvis this time. So you're going to bring it back to hip width apart, squeeze. Four corners of the feet pressing into the earth. Inhale, and then exhale, lift the pelvis. Keep the buttocks engaged here as you lift and lower the pelvis, pulsing. You can feel the quads, you can feel the hamstrings, it's all working. And again, that resistance in the ring the whole time so that the knees stay hip width apart. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. That's it. Got nice furnace-y feelings. Good. Heated. Heart is open. Heart is open. Lift up. Inhale. Exhale, rolls this down. Release. Now, send your left leg long and take your ring in your right hand and bring your foot into your ring. Flex your foot. Take your left hand and place it on the left hip. I want you to look at your left leg. Keep it in alignment from hip to ankle and flex the left foot. Now, with the right leg, right foot in the ring, let's lift it above our head and stretch through the hamstrings, the backs of the legs. So you can bend the right knee and straighten it. At home, you could use a belt as well, or your yoga strap. You can bend and straighten it, lengthening. And again, when you straighten it, you can feel the quad engaged. So the right quad stays engaged to release the back of the leg, to release the hamstrings. Keep it lifted up like the toes are trying to reach the wall behind you, above your head. And then open up the right hip. So we're taking this into a hip opening. This is a nice stretch for the inner thighs after the ring work. Peek at the left foot. Make sure that the toes are pointing up. That Left leg is stabilized. The left quad's working. Keep working the toes to the wall behind you. We have that nice hip opening happening now on the right side. Can you relax the shoulders down away from the ears? Soften the face. Soften the eyes. Come back to center. Use your core to do that. Help yourself with your core. Switch the ring into the left hand. Move across towards the left side of the room. Go slow so you can really feel that IT band stretch. Keep flexing your foot in the ring as you start to stack the hips. Right, so you're rolling onto your side. That bottom leg is taking a turn. The right arm can lift up above your head, and you can just drop the right shoulder back as the heart spins towards the ceiling. So the toes in the ring working towards the wall behind you again, and you're feeling this whole outer hip, outer side seam stretch through the glutes, gluteus medius, TFL, the IT band, this long, long tendon that gets really shortened. The IT band's a tendon, so it gets really tight, especially with the contraction of the gluteus machine here, medius, TFL, they're all connected. And that all works in that adduction. So drawing the belly in. You're getting a nice twist here for the organs as well, so see if you can find breath while we twist. And then again, coming back to center, use your core. Use your core and release, but leave the leg up into the air, release the ring. Hands on the hips, point the foot. Externally rotate right hip. So external rotation in the right hip, neutral stability in the left leg. Inhale, lift the leg up behind you. There's a little core movement there. And then circle with a big rotation in that right hip, down around on the exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, circle, down around. Inhale, lift. Try to circle without moving that left side, that left leg. So circle around. If you're tracing a big circle onto the clouds up there, and then circle around and add that little core lift at the top. Down, around. Keep the external rotation. You should be feeling this inner, outer thigh work. Down, around, and then lift up, pause, and reverse your circle, the direction. Down, around. Inhale, lift, and circle down, around. Notice how big your circle is. If it's too big and you're rocking those hips around, if you're not feeling quite stable, just decrease the size of your circle. Just make a smaller circle. We're finding range of motion now. Down, around. Inhale, lift, and circle down, around. One more time. Inhale, lift, go to neutral in the right hip, and bend that right knee and give it a hug. Send it down to become our stabilizing side, right side. Right foot flexes. Check it out. The hip to ankle is in alignment in that right side. Bring the ring into the left hand, left foot into the ring, and extend the leg. So flexing the left foot in the ring, you're going to get that nice active left leg. Bend and straighten into your stretch to release the hamstrings. And remember, the left quad, nice and active, will release the hamstrings in your leg. So you want to find that fine line. You don't want to hyperextend the knee, right? So there's still that micro bend in there somewhere, and it's more really the muscles of the thigh stabilizing. And then holding your stretch when you find that perfect edge. And you can start to work the leg again above your head for a deeper stretch. You've got the core working the whole time. Core working the whole time. So create that little bit of bend if you feel like there's any hyperextension happening in the leg. And this would be a standing leg in a pose. This is how it would feel, right? If we were balancing on one leg, you'd want to be this active in the thigh as the hamstrings lengthen. Now we're going to open up the left hip. So keep that right hand on the right hip. Make sure that you're not rolling that right leg at all, so the toes are still pointing up. And then opening as far as you can with stability running through the right side. You can engage the right buttocks, engage the right glutes. Right? Work the toes in the ring above your head. Feel that nice inner thigh release. There's a lot of energy happening at the same time, even in the stillness. So maybe this is feeling like some of the challenges that I was mentioning before that we can sit with, that we can stay with with a little bit more patience. Right, working through it. And then we'll use our core, which helps us come back to center into our twist. The right hand that comes onto the ring, you're going to release the left arm, left hand, and you'll start to roll. You'll start to roll onto that outer hip, that bottom leg. And then again, as you come into your twist, the hips stack. You're going to feel that IT band stretch. The left arm can lift up above the head and drop the left shoulder back. Left shoulder back. Right? So you can feel long. Now keep that right foot flexed as if you're standing on that right leg on the floor. Nice and engaged. You can even turn the head side to side, releasing some neck tension here. Roll it out. And again, you're feeling that hip and glute release through those fibers. And then we'll bring it back. So coming back, use your core. Draw the belly in. Come back to center. And then release your ring to the side and externally rotate the left hip. Point the foot. So you can keep that right side as your stability. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw your circle down around. Inhale, lift. And pause, and then circle down around. Check out the range of motion in the left side. Might be different. Down around. Inhale, lift. And exhale, circle down around. Inhale, lift. Exhale, circle down around. Inhale, lift. Exhale, circle. Good. Inhale, lift. And exhale, circle. We're going to reverse the direction. Inhale, lift. And circle it the other way. Inhale, up. There's a pause there. Good. And then circle. You guys have it. Good. Inhale, lift. And circle. Let those shoulders relax. Lift up, hold. And circle. Down around. Inhale, lift. Shaking legs are good. I like it. Down around. Inhale, lift. Beautiful, you guys. And down around. Inhale, lift, pause. Neutral in that left hip. Hug the left knee in. Release. Release. Good. And then we're going to bring it back to some outer inner hip work. So you're going to bring your hands behind your head. Go back to your neck stance here. And then externally rotate the hips as you bring the legs into the air. Lower the legs down to point of control. And scissor. In and out, over, under. Scissoring action. Draw the belly in. So keep the external rotation here. So we're creating nice hip mobility and strength. And scissor over, under each other. So obviously, same thing with the neck stance. The modifications would be, you can put the head down. You could put the head down. You could also bring the legs back straight up, right? The legs could come straight up. Breathe. Breathe. Go back to neutral. Bring the legs up. Hug the knees in. Hug the knees in. You can roll this side to side, roll it on your back, or knee circles for the sacrum, so the pelvis can have a nice massage here with the weight of your knees. Circling. Release. We're going to bring our block back in somewhere it went. So grab your block, bring it to the inner thighs. Hands behind the head, inhale, and exhale, lift your head and shoulders up. We're going to bring right arm to outer left thigh, right shoulder back, and reach. Reach. Flex your feet, so keep the energy in the legs. Reach. Reach. So for obliques now, this is helping those side seams stay strong in the body. Reach. Breathe. Reach. Both hands can also reach. You can take that version, right? Or keep that left hand behind the head. You can also take breaks. Put the head down when you need to. Reach. Reach. Awesome. Reach. Good. Reach. 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 Hands behind the head. Inhale. And exhale, rolls us down. You can bend the knees. You can always bend the knees too. That's another Modification, you know. We'll go to the other side. So extending the legs, flexing the feet, inhale. Exhale, lift your head and shoulders up. Left arm across outer right thigh. Push that left shoulder back and reach. Or both hands. Remember, you have that option as well. Reach, 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 and reach, reach, lift, reach, reach, reach. Awesome. Reach. Couple more. And then hands come behind the head. Inhale, center. Exhale, rolls it down. Bring the feet down. Move your block and stretch it all out. Arms and legs in opposition. Lengthen. Release. You can take your side to side. You could take your banana, stretch each side. Feels nice to release through the intercostal muscles in the serratus. Oh yes, it's your favorite. This shows up in several playlists because I like it a lot. And then coming back to center. Stretch it out, hug the knees in, and roll yourself up all the way to the front of your mat. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Find the four corners of the feet, lift your toes. Some of you might want to find your other block and bring both blocks to the front of the mat. Right? You might want that for the stability. Now lift your quads up and really feel that lift of the kneecaps and the scrubbing of the feet away from each other in this forward fold. So keep that micro bend, just like you felt when we were stretching our legs with the ring. Inhale, halfway lift your spine. Get really long, open up the sitting bones. Shoulders slide down into the back ribs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way to stand, arms above the head. Lift your heart, open up. Palms come to the heart center. Pause here. And then take your hands to your hips. You're going to pour the weight into the right foot. And you're going to start to come onto the tippy toes of your left foot. I want you to pick a drishti right away, a helpful thing to look at. So we're not looking around. I'm going to keep a drishti to keep the stability. And then start to really tighten up the right quads again. So that's your standing leg, lifting the kneecap. You can feel that. And you get stability here on one leg. And then lifting that left knee, the left thigh paralleling the floor, you can flex the left foot. Start to press that leg behind you. As you start into the extension, you can immediately feel the left glutes. Torso starts to move forward into warrior three. Extension, extension, press through that heel. Draw the belly in. And then starting to maybe work with arm variations, reaching the arms out in front. Keep tightening up the right glutes. Right quads. And then maybe arms can work behind. Maybe arms come out to the side. Another variation is to bend the right knee into a squat and then lift. And again, squat and lift and squat. Be willing to fall. This is a challenge, so you can start over anytime. Have patience. Remember, this is all for the opportunity of growth, strength, balance. Forward fold, fingertips to the floor, left leg continues up. Standing forward fold with one leg. Left foot comes down to the mat. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Palms above the head. Open up the heart. Lift shoulders down. Palms come to the heart center. Check in. Shake it out. We're going to bring our hands to our hips and pour the weight into the left leg. I want you to really tighten up the left glutes now. So find your drishti first. Try not to let the eyes veer away from that point. It's helpful in balance. Come onto the right tippy toes once you find that standing leg stability. Remember, keep a little bit of a mic that left knee, right? And then when you feel that, draw the belly and lift your right leg up. Right quad parallel here to the floor. Flex your right foot. Good. As you start to press the right leg back, immediately recruit your glutes, your right glutes. We just strengthen those muscles. So press it behind, and again, tighten up the left quads into your warrior three. You can add your variation with your arms once you find your balance. Just probably change somewhere just below you or just above, forward on the floor. Keep the neck long. And maybe adding that squat, right? So that might be a big challenge. It is for me with my left ankle. So standing poses on the left side is always a challenge. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to try, even with the wobbles, the shakes, the starting over every time. Draw the belly and completely be engaged where you can. So you find that stability with presence. Forward fold, fingers to the floor. Right leg continues to lift up into the standing split. Beautiful. Keep engaging the right glutes. Right foot down to the floor. Uttanasana. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Step the left leg back. Bring the left knee down. Press the pelvis forward and rise up. Palms can come up together above your head. Shoulders drop down. Open your heart. Now engage your left glutes. Now we're stretching out the quads that we were just working. So the left side is stretching. All right, getting a nice stretch. Engaging the left glutes now will help release the front of the leg. The opposite of what we were doing earlier. Palms come to the heart. Inhale. Exhale into your twist. The left arm to the outer right thigh. Right elbow points up. So keep it really nice and stable in the arms with your bind in your hands so you can really twist and leverage this twist for detox. Keep engaging the left glutes. Engage the left glutes. Breathe. Increase the twist through the exhale. Come back to center, inhale. And exhale, fingers to the floor. Walk right foot over. Both hands come to the inside of the right foot. Drop the right hip open again. Right knee opens up. So you're on the outer blade of the right foot. Blocks are right there if you want to come down onto the forearms. Right? You can also keep an active back leg. You can curl the left toes and lift the left thigh up. That could be a possibility for the back leg. You could check out that variation. Right arm inhales to the sky. We're going to open up that right shoulder again. Another twist. Take your thumb and your forefinger, right hand together in chin mudra. Find stability. You can do it in the left hand as well. Find that calming presence. You can bring that back knee down anytime. Keep stretching. Come back around. Slowly. We're going to walk that right foot in. Move the pelvis back and straighten the right leg. Flex the right foot, and you're going to feel that stretch again behind the right leg, but reach the heart forward. So bring the right hip back, left hip forward, and then soften into the forward fold. Into the forward fold. And then we're going to rebend the right knee. Step the left foot forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. We step the right leg back. Bring the right knee down. Press the pelvis forward. You can always use your blanket to pad up the knee.